Let's see how many times it takes me this week just to say the opening.
Yeah, let's try and nail it in one, shall we?
Hello and welcome to the Nerdemic Podcast. My name is Callum
I'm Seth.
and welcome back. We've got another week and yet another weekly podcast. It's our third, I think. It's our third or fourth?
This is our third.
It's our third.
Yes, it is. Return of the... We'll come back to that.
We'll think of I'll think of a different name this week because of what's happened.
So, guys, this is going to be a bit of a special episode due to there's not really been a huge amount going on this week, and we're missing Rue. So, you'll be joining us for our general updates on going on and goings on for the week. And at the end, we'll be looking at some of the special moments from some of our previous podcasts and a little bit of a behind-the-scenes material, maybe even a couple of bloopers. So, stay tuned for that.
It's been an interesting week.
We will not be touching that with the barge pile. Continue.
Really big decisions we made this week. Ubisoft have released some really weird crap to do with the upcoming WatchDogs2. This is the only online podcast or forum that isn't going to mention the election, and I've just mentioned the election. Fuck!
So I think we're all aware there's a fairly revolutionary decision made this week, so let's get it over with and let's discuss it now. Next! What have they released? Because I'm looking forward to Watch Dogs 2.
Their pre-order stuff is awful.
Oh yeah, isn't it always? EDOS is worse for that. EDOS's pre-order bonus for Mankind Divided was they were going to release it 4 days early.
Know when you bug it up, and I know like other YouTubers and other people have mentioned this, but you bug it up with when you have to get in a grid to work out what's going where.
That's true.
Okay, let me run through this. There is the Standard Edition, the
Right.
Deluxe Edition,
Right.
the Gold Edition,
Right.
the San Francisco Edition,
Right.
Junior Robot Collector's Pack,
Right.
and the Return of Deskus Collector's Pack.
Bit much.
That goes from $60 to $165.
Jesus Christ. Still doesn't approach Star Citizen.
Yeah.
But so yeah, this week is going to be a little bit different because unfortunately Rue is not going to be joining us.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Let's crack on with some news real quick.
What's
So
brilliant?
I just want to touch on the live show. So
Yes.
just because we mentioned it last week. So we mentioned last week that we were going to be bringing the live show. Now we only want to bring you guys the best material, and the live show we recorded we decided was not the best material. It's not as strong as it should be, so we have delayed that for a little bit. We apologise to you guys for that, but we want to make sure you guys are going to love it.
It's coming. The live show will be turning because we are using it as a pilot for us to make a better show.
Hell yeah, we are.
As soon as we have got back together and filmed another episode and got it to the standard we believe that the live show should be, we will be uploading it.
Yeah, because we love you guys, we're gonna cut it down to a couple of minutes, literally just a couple of minutes snippet, and you'll sort of see what to expect. But we're not gonna waste your time with it because it's not what it should be. So just wanted to let you guys know that's not been backburnered, and we're not. Oh, that has been backburnered, but we're not just sitting on our asses. We are gonna bring you one. The next thing, Callum, I want to talk about is pixels. Because I will be the first to admit that the internet did not have my back on that one. I misjudged that very, very much. I stand by what I said, but I misjudged the audience.
Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, why haven't you listened to last week's podcast? Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Go catch it.
Yeah, go watch it. But basically, we had a poll: Team Callum or Team Seth. My opinion was that Pixels was a terrible movie. Seth, on the other hand, disagreed with that and said it was a decent film.
Whoa. I said I enjoyed it. I never said it was a good film.
You enjoyed it. Okay, you can edit that around.
I want to make that perfectly clear. I never, ever said that it was a good film.
Well, we did a poll, and I can tell you now, drum roll please. So we had 2 for Team Seth and 5 for Team Callum.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was, you know. I mean, that's...
Yeah, but you do know that both the Team Seths were you, right?
Yeah. I know one of them was me. They weren't both me, were they?
Yeah, one was your Twitter and one was the comment on the YouTube.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm willing to admit that they may have both been me. But, God damn it. I'm going to go find my own fans. Everyone's siding with Callum just because I'm new.
Oh, not because you're new, probably because it was a terrible movie.
Okay, let's not start this again. Next!
Okay. But one thing also that's happened this week, which I would like to just bring about, because we got Nerdemic fans listening to this.
Go for it.
Is we have started advertising recruitment.
Yes, we have.
Yes, Nerdemic is recruiting again, which means if you are interested in coming to join us, simply just contact us at info@nerdemic.co.uk.
And who knows? Maybe you'll find yourself on this podcast.
Yeah.
Creating magic and creating a podcast for us and our fans.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, why don't we go ahead and talk about what's coming up. One of the things that's coming up is that we've had a response for our Nerdemic challenge of what you guys want to see.
Yes, we have.
I have to say, it's actually a good one, because I was expecting someone would be trying to, I don't know, tell us to go and kick a copper up the arse, or try to see how many Snickers bars we can steal from an offie, or something like that, something that we're definitely not going to do. But it's actually been a really good one. Someone has asked us to do the famous cracker eating challenge. To be fair, none of us have actually done. So we'll be bringing that to you in a couple of weeks.
I don't know what to say about this. I'm looking forward to it, but I know for a fact is with the people who are doing this, I'm going to lose.
Yes, you will, and then you'll find yourself eating cinnamon, because that's the forfeit. A teaspoon of cinnamon, unless you're allergic to cinnamon, in which case we won't make you eat cinnamon.
I'm not allergic to cinnamon.
In that case, you'll find yourself eating a teaspoon of cinnamon. That was your out, but you just passed it. So now I know you're not allergic, and that's no longer valid.
Also, one thing that's actually I did remember that did happen this week is we did have on the same day as the election was N7 Day.
Oh yeah, it was.
You know what that is? That is they released a trailer for the upcoming Mass Effect Andromeda, and it wasn't great.
It really? Do you not think? I think it actually looks pretty good. But then, if the internet's proved anything so far, it's that I'm not agreed with. So.
To be honest, the reason I don't think it looks great is the fact is that I didn't see much. Like, the one thing I was looking forward to this game was the fact is we're going back to basics with the Mass Effect series and actually doing some exploring. And what we saw in the game was just a lot of destruction.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to see about that, because, well, I mean, the point of the game is that you are a Pathfinder, so if that's not an emphasis on exploration, I don't know what it is, but.
I'm worried that they're just using that as a way of going to a new location.
Yeah, you might not be wrong.
And then using that as a way just to basically tell exactly the same story as the previous game, but with a different location being.
All right, let's go to our questions.
And if you'd like to ask us a question for next week's Nerdemic Podcast, simply send us the question with the hashtag AskNerdemic, and you can send us that question on our Twitter @NerdemicShow, or on our Facebook, which is facebook.com/NerdemicShow, or on our email info@nerdemic.co.uk. So yeah, this week we got quite a few different questions. So I'm going to begin with reading a question from Tane Kitty. Hashtag AskNerdemic. Who is the coolest person you've met? Ben?
God, that's a pretty good question, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be pretty boring, and I'm going to go for... mine's not anyone famous particularly. The coolest person I met was when I was filming something called Dinosaur Britain. It's a guy called Dean Lomax. Okay. And the guy was awesome because he was a self-trained paleontologist. And when I say self-taught paleontologist, I mean he hadn't just read some books about dinosaurs. I mean he's been accepted and is being funded to study his PhD. And up to that point, he'd entirely self-taught himself everything about paleontology. And he was a real-life Ross Geller. He was a really nice guy, a really cool guy, and he was like 25 years old. 25 years old, self-taught paleontologist who could not have been a nicer guy. I'd say he's probably the coolest guy I've met. Yourself?
For me, it's interesting, because due to my line of work, I have met quite a lot of... The coolest person I've met... Ooh. I have to say, probably the coolest person I've met probably is Neil Gibson. If anyone doesn't know who Neil Gibson is, he is the producer and head director of a company called T-Pub, which released the Twisted Dark series.
Oh, cool.
I've met at Comic-Con I think 5 now. I think 4 or 5 conventions I've seen him at. And I've interviewed him. There is an interview on this very channel with him actually, and he's just a very fun person to have to talk to. He's very funny, so I'll probably say him.
Cool, good answer.
From @DudeMiddle, we've had, what is your favourite day of the year?
Huh. Okay. New Year's Eve, no question.
How come?
A lot of people argue this point because obviously the Chinese celebrate Chinese New Year. But I personally believe New Year's Eve is the one day that everyone on the globe shares, as it is an undeniable astronomical event of, the world completing its rotation around the sun. And I just absolutely love it. I love it more than Christmas. New Year's Eve is my favourite day of the year, my favourite party of the year, because it's one thing that every single person in the world has in common.
That's cool.
Yourself?
Yeah, I get that. For me, and I know it sounds really cliche, but I would say March 11th.
Okay, why's that?
Because it's my birthday.
Oh, right.
And I thought if I say it online...
Original.
And I thought if I say it here, that it's my birthday, maybe I might receive some fan mail.
Clever. Which you won't, unless you tell people your address.
No. Open up here, box.
The next question we got is from the Mad Nerd with a Box. Pitch a film idea in 30 seconds. Callum, go.
Crap. Can we get a timer up, actually? I'm going to very quickly just Google for a timer.
Stopwatch. Okay, where's the question gone? There it is. Okay, so from the Mad Nerd with a Box, pitch a film idea in 30 seconds. I've got a timer running. Go.
It is a zombie movie which stars a group of 16-year-olds, but instead of looking at it from the perspective of how a lot of zombie films have the cliche of kids and teenagers sort of being, oh, we're all going to die, we're taking it from the perspective of they've actually been playing video games and seeing zombie media and using the skills they watch from that in order to survive. So it's sort of like a...
25 seconds.
Oh, is that only 5 seconds? Okay.
5 seconds? No, that was 25 seconds.
Okay.
Done. All right, okay. That wasn't bad. A bit unoriginal with the whole zombie genre, but that's not
the only reason that came out of my head primarily is because I'm just Googling. Not because I literally got scripts in front of me.
Because you just Googled film ideas.
I have a pile of scripts in front of me right now, and I know for a fact that one of them is a zombie movie, so I knew, zombie film! Yada. Anyway, ready for yours?
Yeah. I want to make clear that I want royalties from this. If you steal this idea and make this film, I want fucking royalties.
Nice. Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Right. Guy, love story. Don't worry, it's not a love story film. Plenty of time to explain. Got plenty of time. Right. Guy living with his girlfriend quite happily, doing girlfriendy stuff, walking around, going on a date, stuff like that. One time gets mugged in a back alley, gets stabbed. Doesn't actually injure him. Turns out he's got metal sheets underneath his body. Goes around investigating this. Life gets turned upside down. Turns out his parents adopted him. Turns out he doesn't know who his real parents are. Turns out his girlfriend is a setup. And turns out he's a subject of some kind of experiment.
I didn't know I made a beeping noise. Yeah, that's your timer.
Yeah. That's alright, I can work with that.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, send that into something. They'll be able to think of maybe something from that. That's cool. And finally, the last question is...
From HotCorp683, we've got, what future film or game apocalypse do you think Trump will be in? Oh, fuck's sake, that's hard. That's hard, that one. From HotCorp683, we've got, what future film or game apocalypse do you think Trump will bring?
Fallout.
Fair enough. My answer for that is just going to be 2012, where the world experiences climate change and the entire world collapses.
I like that one.
That's pretty much what I think is going to happen, because apparently climate change is a myth.
Yeah, conducted by the Chinese.
Yeah.
Oh god, this is a really more cynical version of the podcast.
Yes, it is.
Normally we're quite upbeat and quite lively, but today...
Chill it out. Waffling now.
You can make something out of that. Oh, it's like...
Yes, I can, and it will be about a third of the length. Yet. It is, because we're going to say all these things, and we're just going to go. And one of us at one point is just going to go, feck, this is live.
When we go live.
Yeah, they've been naughty characters.
Because the director was like, oh yeah, we found emails, but we don't know what's in them, but we're going to tell you about them, and like made this massive thing about it 8 days before an election.
Incidentally, I've changed my mind, and all of this politics will be staying out of the podcast. It's just not worth it. I'd just like to point out as well, I've been looking through the YouTube comments, and I'd just like to make special mention of the Mad Nerd with a Box. Just like to say I really appreciate you getting on side with the Pixels team votes with your comment of that film sucks. So thanks for jumping on side on that one. I appreciate your support, buddy.
we don't put that in.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut. Obviously, I'm gonna cut that out.
We can put the message bit in, but yeah,
All right. What have we got in terms of upcoming events, Callum? Anything going on?
You co-produced. I'm saying that line again.
Yeah, all of it. Faster.
So, well, coming up next week, we've got our next Nerdemic Podcast. Except it isn't. Why? That is because starting next week, this Nerdemic Podcast series is now going to be changing its name to the Nerdemic Fastcast. Why, you may ask? Well, that's for later. You'll find out soon. But just as a sneak hint to anyone who's been staying in for a while, this wasn't the first podcast series, and it won't be the last. So,
whoa.
You can do the outro.
What? Whose name is on the outro, Callum? Look at the table.
I wasn't actually finished with what's coming up this week, actually. So can I?
Oh yeah, if you'd like, yeah.
And also coming up next week, we have some countdown videos up to the upcoming Pokemon Sun and Moon, which will be coming out random intervals throughout that week. And from the Saturday onwards, we'll be getting a little fun bit of a countdown. So look forward to that. And then, of course, from that point onwards, we'll have our regular scheduled content until Trump destroys the world. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
So, I think that wraps us up for this week. Ben, if you'd like to add?
Yeah, sure. So, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us today. As you say, a little bit of a different one. Apologies for that. We've all been extremely busy this week, and there's not really been that much going on. I'm sure you'll all agree we're in a bit of a gaming drought, and none of us are even going to bother to try and review Infinite Warfare.
To be honest, it's been a lot of games coming out in a very short amount of time.
Not really.
Yeah, we had Battlefront 1 come out, then Titanfall 2.
We've done Titanfall 2.
We had talked about that, to be honest. Then Infinity Warfare.
Which was shite, and we're not going to bother reviewing.
Yeah, it's so bad. Just don't, okay?
Hence gaming drought. Sorry, a good gaming drought.
There's quite a lot of new games that we will mention.
There certainly are coming out, but that's the problem, is they haven't come out yet.
Yeah, we'll get to those.
Yeah, we will. Gaming drought.
It's just an interesting week, okay?
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks very much for joining us again this week. It's been a slightly different one. I hope you enjoy some of the bloopers and some of the behind-the-scenes stuff from our last few weeks. And yeah, we'll kick ass. We'll look forward to seeing you next week in our Nerdemic Fastcast. Take care.
Stay nerdy, guys.